Hello there, Central Baptist Village. It's Teresa, and I am back for another Make It Monday. Make It Monday! Today we are going to be making mini banners. I'll show you two examples. Little banners that you could make to either hang on your door or hang somewhere in your room. And I thought these might be, let me see, I'm getting a lot of glare. I thought these might be nice to hang on your door if you've got people coming in and out of your room, or if they're passing by your room. It might be just a nice little um, sign of hope, or sign of solidarity, or maybe to thank those that are working tirelessly through this pandemic. So we are going to again, make this out of simple materials that you have in your room, hopefully. So all you need for today is paper, at least two colors if you have it. And when I say colors, colors could be white. So I have white paper. Just this is regular copy paper. And then another color could be brown. This is a cardboard box that I cut up. It's just my son's fruit snacks that I cut up. But you can use, it's really, like a nice surface on the inside, just that cardboard brown. So that could be your two colors, white and brown, if that's all you have. If you happen to have some other colors, feel free to use them. Sometimes there's colors on the outside of packaging. So let's see. Actually, you could even use the outside of the packaging if you really wanted a lot of colors. I don't know if you want rainbow fruit gushers on your banner, but just as an example, you could use the outside of the packaging. So we're going to do something pretty simple with these. It's, let me go back to the materials you need. Sorry, I got sidetracked. All right, you're going to need two pieces of paper, or two colors rather, or cardboard, or whatever you have. You will need a pair of scissors. If you have a ruler, great. It is optional, but some sort of straight edge would be helpful, unless you're really good at cutting straight lines, or unless you don't care if your lines are straight. That's all. That's also a great thing. You'll need either some string, or if you don't have string, yarn, and I'm just realizing I misplaced my yarn, so I have string, or thread, or whatever you have. And you'll need tape or glue, and I'm looking at my table. I thought I had tape. All I have is glue, so we're using glue in this situation, but tape works just as fine. And then to decorate, if you want at the end, maybe like some colored pencils or markers if you have them. For this particular banner, I did not use any colored pencils or markers. I just used the color of the Gushers cardboard. So that's that. So go ahead and gather those supplies: two colors of paper, scissors, yarn or string, tape or glue, and optional would be colored pencils or markers. So there's two different kinds that I've made, and I think it just depends on what you want to make. This is just I put the word hope really simply, and then because it's this bright yellow cardboard that I was working with, I thought it just made sense to do a nice sunshine, and I thought this would be a nice thing, to have to share hope with other people, to share a sense of thanks or gratitude to the people that are working and helping. So this didn't require any colored pencils, obviously. But today I'm going to show you how to make this one. Gosh, I decided to get really high tech and put a light behind my camera, and it's really quite bright, isn't it? Okay, so this is what I'm trying not to get a glare on that. This is what the Do Not Give Up one looks like. Do not give up. Do not give up. You can make this however you want. It doesn't have to say the same words. It can say whatever you want. It could have a quote that you like. It could be a passage of scripture that's inspirational to you. It could be a silly play on words like this. So whatever you want. But I'll show you how to do the basics, and then you can be creative and make it your own. So we're going to take that piece of paper, and I think for this demonstration I am going to use this green cardstock. So what we're going to do is, if you have a ruler, and if you don't, that's fine, like I said. If you have a ruler, though, we're going to measure across about 4.5 inches. And it really doesn't matter. If you want to make yours a little bit bigger, that's fine. And if you want to make yours smaller, that's fine, whatever. The dimensions don't really matter so much as making a straight line. So I'm just measuring across about 4.5 inches. Okay, so I don't know if you can see where no, there's no way you can see that. Well, I made a mark here, and I made a mark here, and I'm just simply going to make a line connecting these two. So let me do that. Okay, you can barely see that, maybe, that straight line that I made. So I'm going to go ahead and cut on that line. Okay, so what you're left with is this. And then to get that point at the bottom, we're going to measure, I think, what is that, about 2 inches? Let's see. Again, if you want to eyeball this, fine. I'm going to say, yeah, 2 inches from the bottom. We will measure. And then we did about 4.5 inches across. So we're going to mark the center, which is 2 1/4. Or I'm sorry, I did 4.5 inches across. I don't know what you did. Yours might be a little bit different. But I'm going to mark the center. So I don't know if you can see that, but I marked the center here, and I marked 2 inches up on both sides. So now I'm going to go from that 2-inch mark to my center mark. I'm just going to do this right here so you can see on the camera. And I'm just making that diagonal line. Yeah, and then I'm laughing because, sorry, you might know that I'm filming in my son's bedroom. He's 5, and I can hear him outside the door. He's washing his hands and singing happy birthday to himself, which we've been doing quite a bit. Maybe you've been doing the same. So I'm just marking another diagonal line here from the 2-inch mark here to the center mark here. Then what you should have is a bit of a triangle at the bottom. And so we're going to cut on that triangle. And again, if you want to measure, measure. And if you don't want to measure, don't. It's like, you know, this is all personal interpretation. So what I have is a little point at the bottom. And then at the top, I am not going to measure this part. I'm going to just bend this over maybe 1 inch, whatever this is. That's about 1 inch, I think. Doesn't matter again. I'm going to bend it over and give it a crease. If you want to do this on the table and get a better crease, that might work better. But basically, just folding it over, getting a crease. So this is your basic outline of the banner. And then you can just do whatever you like on here. So I am going to show you, if you'd like to make a donut and you'd like to do this version, this donut give up, I will show you an easy way to make a donut. So I think for my donut, I will use the white paper just because I think most people have white paper in their room. So I'd like to use that. So for this, I didn't mention this. I'm sorry. This is like an optional material. If you have a coffee cup in your room, because I figure most of you do, this is a really easy way to get a circle. So this is a little Christmas mug, Snoopy mug, but it doesn't matter what you have on there. Any mug will do, or any round object will do. And if you don't need a circle, if you don't need a mug to make a circle, fine. That's fine. If you can cut out a circle, great. Because like, what donut is actually a perfect circle? It's like they're like snowflakes, right? Every single donut is different, I think. So I just simply went like this. I put the paper on top of put the Snoopy mug on top of the paper and traced around this circle. And I ended up with this, which, oh my gosh, this bright light really does take everything out. There's a circle there. So now I'm going to cut out the circle. And again, I'm feeling a little self-conscious as I like cut this out so slowly and you're just watching. I guess in a more high-tech video, they would have like a musical interlude right now, or there'd be like fun graphics, or they'd speed this part up. But anyway, here we are. I have cut out this circle. There you go. You can see that. Just a white circle out of white paper. So you can see how it will fit on my banner. Yeah. So that's most of the donut. We now want to cut out the center of the donut. Right? So what I see of myself is a mirror image, which is why you're like, why do you keep moving so weird? It's because I see a mirror image of myself, so I'm sort of struggling with how to move. So you can see what I see. So here's the donut. We're going to cut out the center. Easy way to do that is to take your circle, fold it in half. Doesn't matter if it's perfect. None of this matters if it's perfect, right? There's a global pandemic happening. None of this matters if it's perfect. What I have done for the making of the donut hole is I kind of curve and curve and curve. So I'll show you that, or I'll try my best to show you that on this donut. I start towards the center here and I curve, curve. Can you kind of see that happening, the curving? Yeah. And curve. So what I end up with is like, here, actually, this will look, yeah, there we go. There's some contrast. So there's, as you can see, curve, curve, curve. And like I said, it's a donut. It does not need to be perfect. But when you open this up, you get that. That looks like a little snowflake, actually, inside of the donut. So however you want to do it. If you like donuts that are perfectly circular on the inside, go for it and do that. Or if you're just like, I don't care what the donut looks like on the inside, then cut it however you want. But this is the easiest way I've found to cut a donut out of paper, which, yes, is something I've researched. So there's your donut. We're going to glue it on here. If you have tape, that's fine. I happen to have a glue stick sitting right here, so I'm going to use it. Here we go. I got my glue stick. tape works just as well. And in some cases, I feel like tape is better, especially if you're not quite sure where you want to position your donut, because with tape, you can peel it off and stick it again. So if you have tape, feel free to use it. All right, I just put glue on the back of this guy, and I'm just going to put it right about here. Again, there's no perfect way to do this. That's just where I want my donut. It's a white donut, so I think I might, I don't know, I might color it in. Even though I told you might want some colored pencils, I didn't bring any. But here we go. This is the donut. And what do I want to say? Maybe for this one, I will say, I'll do another pun on donut. Donut forget, donut forget, I love you. I'm gonna put that. Donut forget, I love you. Let's see. What do I have? Not a whole lot. Oh, I have some markers. Here we go. I have a black marker. I'm gonna use that. That's not a black marker. All right, there we go. There's a black marker. Donut. Okay. So do not forget I love you. And now we still have this white donut. And I think I am going to grab some markers or colored pencils. So let me see if I can pause this for a second. Again, this is really low budget film here. I'm going to pause you for just, all right, can I pause you? So I don't know if I can. I'll be right back. All right, that was pretty easy. I'm back. I didn't have to go far. Do not forget I love you. We're gonna paint this or color this in. And I'm kind of a sucker for a pink donut. So I'm gonna go with a pink marker. That's what I have here. My son also has these like twisty crayons. These are just crayons. So if you have crayons or colored pencils, that'll work just fine. Colored pencil is what I used for this donut. So that's just colored pencil. I put in like a pink blob. To get real technical about it, that's a blob shape. And these are rainbow sprinkles. I just put different colors of sprinkles. So that's a model for that. I'm going to use this marker. I don't usually draw up in the air, but then again, I don't usually have an audience. So here we go. I'm just going to make kind of a blob shape. Real free form here. No real rhyme or reason. There we go. And then I'm just going to color it in. Okay, this part I am going to put down to color. Just coloring this pink part in, the frosting part. It doesn't look very, what is the word, polished, and that's fine. You know, I think this is just a time to remind ourselves and remind others that they are loved. You know, I feel like when we're kind of stripped down to necessities, you know, we don't get to leave unless it's absolutely essential. We don't get to see friends and family as much as we want to. We're kind of limited to phone calls and maybe like a FaceTime chat or something like that. I think of course, it does start to shift your sense of priority and you know, really makes you count your blessings. I know I've been counting my blessings every day. So I think in times like this when we're feeling a little more, reflexive, a little more introspective, a little more open to um, counting our blessings, then I think it's a nice time to share, these little thoughts with people. Again, whether it's just somebody that's coming by your room, taking a walk down the hallway, or someone that's coming to visit to help you out, a staff person, I think, this can brighten their day. So I've just colored in this like pink frosting, and I'm just gonna take a few more markers. My son has all these really fun markers. I'm just gonna do like some sprinkles. My sprinkles are really just kind of like straight lines. You see those? Just straight lines. Nothing fancy. No high-tech sprinkles over here, guys. Just some straight lines. Ooh, so this marker works pretty good. Look at that. That's a classic Crayola purple marker. Made those lines. And maybe I'll do one more color. I have blue, I have purple. What goes good? Maybe I'll do green. I'm gonna get a Crayola again. And I am not sponsored by them, I promise. Wouldn't that be something if I were sponsored by Crayola? This video would be a lot nicer if I were sponsored by Crayola. That's for sure. All right, green sprinkles. So this is just really simple. And then if you want to figure out a way to hang it, like on your doorknob, or if you have a hook on your door or anywhere on your wall, this is the part where the yarn or the string comes in. This is just yarn. So if any of you knit or like have yarn for any reason, you can use that. I happen to just have some string sitting here because that's my life. I just happen to have this like spool of string, twine, whatever. Here's how I measured it. The length from top to bottom of this point here, just measure that twice. So 1, 2, and I'm gonna cut. So again, the string is about twice the height of this banner. Doesn't have to be exact, but I found that kind of works. So once you cut out the string that's twice the height of your banner, you'll take it. You can do this on a table. You don't have to hold it up in the air like I'm doing. Hold it and tie a simple knot. So there's my knot. Doesn't have to look like anything fancy. We're gonna hide it, in fact. So earlier we folded this 1-inch flap on the back. So now we're gonna take our string, just fit it right under that flap. You could leave it like this if you want. I don't think it's really gonna fall, but if you want to secure it with some tape. Oh, speaking of securing it, if you want to secure it with tape, you can. Just put some Scotch tape or masking tape back here. I'm gonna just, I think I'll use my glue stick just because I have it, but I don't know. You don't have to use a glue stick again. So just put a little glue on there. Okay. I just glue that down. So there we have it. Do not forget I love you. And again, you can personalize these however you want. Whatever words will bring you comfort, whatever words you want to share with others. That white is really reflective, huh? Whatever would brighten your environment, your surroundings, you can use that. And again, I just encourage you to like figure out what's in your room and what can you recycle or reuse. So it could be trash, it could be packaging. All right. So I look forward to seeing what you created. I guess if you do make something and you want to tell staff about it, they can share it with me, maybe take a picture. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed today's Make It Monday. I'll be back again next Monday with another craft for you. And I hope everyone stays healthy and well. I'll see you next time. Take care.